All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Houston Rockets Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Rockets content. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So today, we're going to be going through, I guess, a couple of questions here. There was a Rockets fan survey on theathletic.com, and we have an article here by Kelly Iko from The Athletic. It will be linked down below. I really, I just want to get into this. Hopefully, it's all good. The last time I did this, though, I ran into a lot of issues. It's one of those, if you know, you know. So hopefully this is cool. Shout out Kelly Iko. He's a great writer. And the link to the article is down below. But I think you have to pay for The Athletic. So question number one. All right. Which player needs to take the biggest leap next season? I'm going to go ahead and go with Kevin Porter Jr. I think, right off the dome, Kevin Porter Jr. is one of those guys where he's so talented. Like, you just know he's so talented. You know that Kevin Porter Jr. will be in the NBA for a very long time. You know he'll be in the NBA for a very long time. What's going to boil down to is it going to be with the Houston Rockets? It might just boil down to, with Houston, how long do we have him ready to go? Or how long do we have him? Because, very soon, what was the leading answer here? It was Jalen Green. Wow. Interesting. I already view Jalen Green as a franchise piece. I think with me, for Kevin Porter Jr., I need him to establish himself as like a clear-cut, yes, I am a point guard. Because the thing with Kevin is he doesn't have to be a point guard. I just have that much faith. I've made plenty of videos on him all offseason. I made plenty of videos about him last season. KPJ was almost like Robin in the second half of the season, because you had Jalen Green, who dropped 40 points in the season finale against the Atlanta Hawks. But while Jalen was averaging literally 26 points per game in the last month of the season, KPJ was doing the same thing. He was doing the same thing. It was just a little bit, and Rocket fans knew this, but it was just, a little bit more low-key. It was a little bit more slept on just because Jalen Green was doing Jalen Green things. So I would not go with, KPJ looks like he came number 2 in this. It's in a pie chart. So Jalen Green, 38.6% of Rocket fans, I guess, believe Jalen Green needs to take that leap. I guess I understand what they're saying here, but I'm not going to read the explanations. We're just going to go to the next one. Oh, this one doesn't have a poll. Question was, which players due for a breakout season? Leading answer, Alperen Sengun. Don't worry, guys. We're very close to the start of the season. All right, very close to training camp, and we are very close to the start of preseason. We're less than a month away, actually. Just a couple of weeks from training. So, all right, next question. What should the Rockets do with Eric Gordon? Keep him? And then the other two options, whatever they are. I didn't want to read them because I wanted to get my opinion out right away. What should the Rockets do with Eric Gordon? I mean, realistically, keep him until the deadline, trade him away. Let's see what people said. 53.3%, trade him at the February deadline. All right, cool. Yeah, so, I like Eric Gordon, and Eric Gordon's one of those players where I think a lot of people would kind of agree, or at least be able to see this reasoning here is, Eric Gordon realistically doesn't have much of a future in Houston. Unless Houston was, this next season, just like that, a playoff contender, I don't think there is much reason to keep Eric outside of veteran mentorship. That's it. And this way, you can get him for half a season. But last season, what was really important to me was that he was there for Kevin. He was there for Jalen. He was there for the entirety of Jalen Green's season. He was there for KPJ, like he's been there. Eric Gordon is Houston Rockets basketball. He's one of the just most OG guys in the last decade. And, he's done so much for the city of Houston. He's done so much for the Houston Rockets. So this is one of those where I'd be good literally with anything they decide to do with Eric Gordon. If he wants to retire as a Houston Rocket, I will respect that 100%. Please retire as a Houston Rocket. But at the same time, keep doing your thing. He had one of the best three-point percentages in the first half of the season last year. Keep doing your thing. Just stay healthy. We don't want you getting injured. Mentor, lead by example. Just literally do your thing, because Eric Gordon's a great human being. Or seems like a great human being. Just do your thing. And at the trade deadline, it might be time to go away. But, honestly, like, it's just one of those, like, I just have that much respect, that much love for Eric Gordon where, like, kind of similarly to PJ Tucker. Like, should we trade him? Should we try and get some value from him? 100%. Probably wants to go to a contender if he's getting older as well. So, Eric Gordon, what were the other two? Trade him before the season. Wow, that was 30%. That was number 2. And then 16.7, keep him. So, yeah, maybe I'm in, like, the significant minority here. All right, next question. What should the Rockets do with KPJ? All right, I keep forgetting to not look at the answers here or even look at the options. What should the Rockets do with KPJ? I think what the Rockets should do with Kevin Porter Jr. is just, quite honestly, see how this season goes. I don't think you need to be rushing anything. We saw Jalen Green and Kevin work as a backcourt duo. We saw them work as a backcourt duo, and both of them are getting better on the defensive end. Now you have guys like Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason. They're going to be able to defend the wing, help defend the paint, help provide help when they need to provide help. And so with KPJ, I want to monitor the season. That's really all I want to do. I wasn't in the locker room. I'm not on the Houston Rockets. A lot of people have already written KPJ off just because of the incident that happened in January where I don't even want to talk about it because, like I said, we still don't even have a clear cut, like, here's what happened. Here's why KPJ did this. Here's why Christian Wood did this. Here's why this happened. Or, we might not ever get one of those. I'm not on the Houston Rockets, so it feels very unfair for me to just come up with assumptions. KPJ, when the situation became what it was on Twitter, where it's like, yeah, KPJ just quit on this team, he apparently just called and apologized to every single teammate, every single quote. So I have nothing but respect, nothing but love for KPJ, and I'm really hoping he works out as a point guard. I'm really hoping he works out as the Houston Rockets point guard. He's a phenomenal catch and shooter in general, but he's a phenomenal catch and shooter from downtown. He's very good at that. So his natural position, shooting guard, point guard, he can play the 3, a little undersized, a little defensive kind of flaws there, or worry, just kind of causes a little bit of worriness. But with KPJ, man, I really hope he just kind of ascends to he should be an all-star. I hope that's what people view him. He should be an all-star and he should get paid. That's what I want Rocket fans to be thinking that after this season, but at the same time, you got to produce it. And I fully believe he's going to produce it. So let's see what Rocket Nation said. 54.4% said make him a restricted free agent and negotiate next summer. Okay. 34.5 said extend him before the season starts. Wow. Okay. 11 points, which I wouldn't be opposed to that. And then I just want to make that clear. Trade him now or at some point during the season. 11.2. Brutal. All right. Next question. What grade would you give the Houston Rockets offseason? Well, you got to factor in the draft. They didn't really do much in the offseason. Got to factor in the Christian Wood trade. I would go ahead. I would say, probably somewhere in between an A and a B. I'd probably give them somewhere realistically between an 88 and a 92. So maybe we'll just throw it at a 90, and I guess that's an A technically. 48.5% said A, 45.2% said B, and then we don't know the number for C. And that's it. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Go ahead, drop your answers in the chat, and hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to check out this article, don't forget you can check it down below. And yeah, that's it for today. Peace.